Hey guys, welcome to this video on how to play piano by ear. This video is all about the circle of fifths. I'm so excited to finally talk about this. This is one of those topics that I try to explain to people from the get-go, and it's a lot of times just super over people's heads. I think if you've been following this video series, you have enough background that this is going to make a lot of sense, and this is where music just completely opens up. It is just awesome. I feel like even for myself, there's so many things about the circle of fifth that I don't yet understand, and it's just going to take time and practice to be able to understand. So anyway, I hope this is as helpful for you as it was for me when I first learned about it. Okay, so what is the circle of fifths? I've drawn this little rudimentary circle with what we're going to be talking about with all of the different keys and how they're affected. The circle of fifth basically is the idea that you can start on any, well, if you start on C, let's start on C, or on any note really, and if you go 5 notes out, I'm thinking of saying like within the scale you're in, and I hope that makes sense in a minute, but 5 notes out and keep doing that, and you just go 5 notes, 5 notes, 5 notes, you'll eventually wind back up in a circle and end where you started. And the really cool thing is, as you do that, for every 5 notes out you move, the key signature at that note either adds a sharp or adds a flat, and continues to do that until you make your way all the way around. So let's kind of go over that. It's super cool. So starting at C, C is kind of your middle ground where you don't have any sharps or any flats, right? Let's take our C, and if we go up 5 notes and go to that G, we add our first sharp note. So G, the G major scale, our F is going to be the notes that is sharpened. If we go from G up into D, we add 2 sharps. If we go D up 5 notes to A, we add another sharp, we have 3. So now we're at 3 sharps. If we go up one more time to E, we have 4 sharpened notes. If we go up to B, we have 5 notes that are sharpened. And if we go from B, be careful, make sure you go up to F sharp, because you had F sharped before. You're just going to go straight to F sharp. I forget how many we're at. I think we're at 6. And if you go from F sharp to C sharp, you've made your way all the way around, and you're now at 7 sharps. So pretty awesome. I just think that is so cool. You can keep going, and you'll eventually get back to C that way. But instead, let's go start at C and go the other way. And if you go down, you are going to be adding flats. So let's give that a try. So we've got 1 flat. From here, going 5 notes down. Again, since we've already made B flat, let's just go straight to the B flat. Now we've made E and B flat. B, if you go 5 notes, you'll go to B flat. When you're going in the flat direction, you just happen to make the note flat that you're about to go to. So you'll always just, for example, we just made A flat in the key of E flat major. And now if we go 5 notes down, go to A flat. Anyway, we can just keep doing that pattern. We'll go from A flat to D flat, and from D flat to, I forgot to write that on here, you'll go to G flat. And if you look, F sharp and G flat are the same note, and C sharp and D flat are the same note. So we've actually already done F sharp and C sharp, so we really also did G flat and D flat. So they kind of it's just your perspective on the way you're looking at it. And then you can just keep going and removing flats, adding sharps, or removing sharps, adding flats. Pretty awesome. I've also heard, and I'm sure it's true, actually, no, it's definitely true, the farther away you are from the key or the other note on the circle of fifth, kind of the farther musically these are apart. So C and F sharp or G flat are complete musical opposites. You can definitely hear that. Like I'll play a Just kind of sounds super... Oh, sorry, I was playing a G sharp. Anyway, just there's a lot of dissonance there, and if you play B and F, same thing. If you play E and B flat, you know, just going to be very, very dissonant. Kind of interesting though, because the F sharp is right in between the F and the G, which just happen to be the closest keys to C. So that only has one sharp, that only has one flat. And also interesting to note that G and F are the, along with C, in the key of C are the only two other chords that are major chords. If you've got C major, got F major, got G major, and that's the same with all of the keys that, so A flat, E flat, and D flat in the key of A flat major will all be major chords. In the key of D, G, D, and A will all be major chords. Just super interesting. I guess one last thing, and then we'll call this video good for now. You will also see, if you see a picture of the circle of fifths, you will see the minor key equivalents next to them. I can't remember if they're above or below or how they're written, but maybe something like this where you'll see C and then a little a, meaning A minor. You'll have G and its equivalent, E minor, F, D minor, D, and this would, I think, be B minor, right? So just to kind of show you how everything is connected through the circle of fifths. So that's just a basic overview of the circle of fifths. There's probably much, much more. I'm going to continue digging deeper. I really haven't looked that much into it in the last couple of years, but I'm sure there are just many more things that can be learned from the circle of fifths. And we will apply a lot of this stuff in the upcoming videos, so stay tuned.